welcome back to the channel. Today we are talking about Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Boom. We're going to talk about the last two episodes, the latest episodes, the ones that I did not get to put out a video for, and we're going to be talking about them here. This is not going to be a play-by-play, so I'm not going to go through exactly everything that's happened. I'm going to go through some big takeaways, some things that I liked, some things that I didn't, and then what I'm excited to see in the upcoming episodes. All right, so here we go. All right, so the first bullet point I have here is Zemo getting released. Not that he really gets released from jail, but he does escape with the help of Bucky kind of planning it out. I thought that that whole sequence was pretty cool. Wish that it would have been a little bit more fleshed out. I think could have spent a little bit more time on it. It kind of diminishes Zemo's character a little bit. I think it just makes him feel like he's not smart enough to get out on his own when he was kind of this badass mastermind throughout Captain America Civil War. So yeah, it is what it is. He obviously was smart enough to pull it off and everything like that, but it makes Bucky somehow feel a little bit smarter than Zemo, which I don't think he should be in terms of like big grand plans like that, like breaking out of a prison. So anyway, carrying on, something else I did not really like that much in this, I think it was the third episode, but Sharon Carter, when we get reintroduced to her, I just feel like she's so weird. It really feels like they took characters that we've known from these Cap movies, kept their actors, but switched everything else about them. She's just not the same person, and neither is Zemo from previous Cap movies. So that's a little bit unsettling and a little bit weird to me, but different directors and different teams are gonna handle characters differently. They could have had a little bit more respect for what was set up for them in Captain America's previous movies, or yeah, in other Cap stuff and other MCU stuff in general. And then just kind of going off of the fact that she's weird, I literally just have here that Sharon Carter is weird. It's cool to see her kind of be badass and like Black Widow type of fighter. That was really cool. She did give off like Black Widow, John Wick type of vibes. The only thing is that and this might sound weird, but she's never been a main character. She's never given off main character energy really. But in this she is. I guess that's cool. It just kind of also seems like it came out of nowhere. It might be meant to feel that way just because, keep in mind, we have missed 5 years of her life. So a lot can happen in 5 years, a lot can change in 5 years. A lot can happen to a person that changes them in 5 years. So maybe there is this kind of thing. Maybe it's meant to make you feel like, hey, you missed a lot of this person's life, and the person that you knew from back in these Captain America movies is evolved. She's a new type of person, and she's this way because of the 5-year gap. It could be intentional, but regardless, it does just kind of not sit well with me. Another thing I wanted to talk about was Wakanda and this White Wolf reference that keeps coming up. I think it's really cool that they kind of are running with this White Wolf thing. I would love to see him get his own like vibranium suit. I don't think he's gonna get a vibranium suit just because of what's going on with him being on the wrong side of Wakanda right now. But I do think that eventually, by the end of this show, Zemo's gonna end up hopefully back in jail. Bucky will be on the right side with Wakanda again, and hopefully we get like a tease to him becoming more than just Bucky Barnes, because as of right now he is just Bucky Barnes. He's not really the Winter Soldier anymore. And I think the character arc that he's on right now doesn't really put him to go back to being the Winter Soldier at all, even if he takes on that name and reclaims it to be a good guy. I don't think that would feel right. I feel like he's giving up being Winter Soldier and he wants to kind of leave that past behind. And I think the White Wolf mantle and title would be a great way and a logical way to kind of shift away from the Winter Soldier. So excited to see what becomes of that, all those little references of the White Wolf. Going off of the White Wolf and just like his time in Wakanda, the next episode opens up with Sebastian Stan fighting the Winter Soldier inside of him, basically. That scene, absolutely loved it. I think he crushed it. Being able to cry like that on command is very hard, especially just doing it by yourself with nothing really. No real emotional sense behind it other than you in your head knowing the story, knowing what this character has been through. It's not you reacting to someone dying in the scene in the moment. It's not you reacting to a powerful thing that someone said. It's you, like that scene is solely Sebastian Stan reflecting on what this character has been through and what it means for Bucky Barnes to no longer be tied down by those code words. So that's kudos to him, because I do not think I would be able to cry like that on command, especially in a scene like that. So that's pretty amazing. I absolutely loved it. I think he crushed it. Also, going off on another Bucky thing, his arm was crazy when the Wakandans were able to kind of do a little pinpoint accuracy thing and kind of have a code on his arm to literally just take it off. But I think that makes sense. Shuri is not stupid. She would have designed a fail-safe on his arm or for his arm. He is someone that has proven to be unpredictable in the past. So although they may have thought that they got him past his Winter Soldier past or whatever, they obviously weren't 100% sure of that. And they obviously weren't 100% sure that he would be able to stay in control. So they had a failsafe, which is always good. Kind of a Batman type of move there by Shuri, putting in a failsafe to get rid of his greatest weapon if he were to become unpredictable again. Zemo crushing Super Soldier Serum. That is a great scene. I think it shows the ruthlessness of Zemo and what he could really be as a character. The way he just starts opening fire on this girl who pretty much every other actual hero deems as just a kid. So Bucky and Sam both deem her as like kind of just being this kid who might be misunderstood or whatever. Especially Sam kind of empathizes with her and understands her fight, just doesn't understand or support the way that she's going about fighting it. He basically said that exact thing to her. So just seeing him come out of nowhere with a gun, fully ready to just kill her because she's a super soldier, is kind of ironic actually, but also shows like where his character is at. He's fully ready to kill a super soldier just because they're a super soldier, and he thinks that he's doing that for the greater good. I think that this show has done a great job kind of showing us the steady decline of the new Captain America, John Walker. I think that Wyatt Russell has done a great job playing him. He does these subtle ticks that show his gradual like decline, his gradual mental state just plummeting. These subtle ticks where he's just talking to someone and then all of a sudden he's grabbing his eyes, kind of pinching his nose, putting his head down, kind of frustrated all the time, talking to himself sometimes. You can see him in the background of scenes, sometimes going just like, fuck, like I'm trying my best and no matter what, I'm not able to keep up with everyone in this world. Which, I mean, he does a great job at making John Walker feel empathetic for, I think, most viewers. There are a lot of viewers out there who are just like, no one cares about this guy, F him. But I think if you actually look at the acting that's done and stuff like that, I think he does a great job of portraying an empathetic anti-hero. Someone who is literally just trying to do their best but cannot keep up in a world full of superheroes. And then I think his tipping point, a couple of his tipping points, one of the first ones is when he gets kind of a spit in his face from just a random guy. And then he also has another big tipping point when he loses his fight against the Dora Milaje. And he kind of has that moment where he says like, wow, they're not even super soldiers and they beat my ass. So that's another tipping point. And then the final tipping point, I think, was losing his best friend. And then the last point that I want to talk about, the most shocking point, I think, was when he had his little Homelander moment, finally becomes a super soldier and instantly fails to protect his partner. He talked earlier in that same episode about protecting your partner and being there for your partner when he was talking to Bucky about Sam. And then right after that, his partner goes and is killed. So I definitely feel like that's a parallel, and he's gonna think that it's on him and that he should have been the one to protect his partner, but he didn't, and that he couldn't even protect his partner after he had the super soldier serum. So I think that that's gonna be a big thing for him, and I think that's gonna kind of cause him to spiral even more out of control. But he has that Homelander moment where he kills a flag smasher who we're introduced to by the name of Nico, who is a big Captain America fan. Bummer. He gets killed with Cap's very own shield, and there's blood all over the shield, and that's kind of the last image that we're left with, which is this one right here. I'm showing it because I think it's really, really, really great imagery, and something that you could probably find in a comic book panel somewhere. I think it's great. So I wanted to show that as well, and kind of just excited to see where he goes. I'm honestly the most excited to see his character development. Out of everyone in the show, I'm the most excited to see where he's gonna go, because now we have this kind of rogue Captain America who's rogue in a different way than Cap was when he was on the run. Cap was on the run because he felt he was doing what's right, this Cap right now is going rogue, killing people because he wants to be viewed as Captain America and he wants that respect. So interesting to see where he's gonna go for sure. Kind of interested to see his descent into what I think is eventually just gonna be him being stripped of the Captain America title, him kind of coming up with his own title of US agent and taking things into his own hands and being able to do things himself. I think he's gonna have a callback. I'm predicting he's gonna have a callback, probably yelling at Sam or something and telling Sam, you know what, like, you were right. You guys were free agents and I was being run by the government or whatever. Kind of having a callback to, I think it's episode 2, where Sam told him he couldn't work with him because they're free agents and they don't have to follow the same amount of rules. So I think he's going to kind of go towards that free agent role as well, so just so that he doesn't have to follow the same rules anymore. And I think that's why he's going to drop the Captain America shield and drop the Captain America mantle altogether. So excited to see that, but see you guys in the next one when it comes out this Friday. So it's Monday, so it'll come out in 4 days. Excited to see it and excited to kind of review it with you guys. Anyway, I would give this season, or this series, I guess, I'd give it about an 8 out of 10. There has been some great moments, but I think with COVID going on and the whole re-editing to edit out a virus in this series, I think really hurt it. I think it would have been much stronger and more relatable, honestly, if they had just left in that virus subplot. But it's out and this is what we got, so this is what we got to review. All right, peace out, guys. See you in the next one. Love you. Bye.